Chelsea 1, Djurgården nil. Chelsea through to the, I was going to say Champions League, to the Conference League Final. Yeah, they did the business today. Welcome back to FFB, amigos. And today we're going over this sort of expected result in the game. I'm not going to lie. Long story short, 1-0 through to the final. It was a very boring affair. And I'm going to be honest. I spent a lot of the time not paying attention because it got boring at times. I was doing my best to pay attention. So I spent a lot of time, I don't know, chatting to my friend Becky, which I haven't talked to in a long time, to be honest. But I still did my best and watched the game. That's my job, guys. I got to watch these boring games that you guys are watching while you're at work, that I have to skip work to try to watch to make these videos for you. So if you appreciate that and the effort and the commentary, please like, comment, but above all, subscribe so I can continue making these videos for you. We have not many of the matches leaving in the season. Things are getting really hot. But today we're talking about Conference League. So let's get into it. When the lineup came up, the first thing that I noticed that was fun, because this is a fun affair, guys. Today it should have been fun. It was boring, but it was fun because we can play around, which is Reece James and Marco Correa playing as double pivots. Not like necessarily inverting, straight up playing as double pivots, because we had the youngins playing on right back and a Champong playing at left back. So I think this likely means in last game, which was an important game against Liverpool, mind you, we didn't play James to begin with. And I think we might be seeing the same against the upcoming game, because a lot about what happened today is about what's happening in our next match coming up, which I will make a preview for against Newcastle. Man, things are crazy. We'll get into that at the end a little bit. Look at the table, what's going on, but it's loco. Okay, so Cucurella only plays the first half. I'm hoping because he'll be fresh for the weekend, and happy to see another two things, which is Tyrique George playing up at the 9, and this young man, Walsh. So happy to see somebody get his debut. 16 years old. And let me tell you, that's one of the conclusions. I'll repeat it. Who cares? He got the full 90, man. Okay, okay. How exciting is that? How exciting! What a dream come true for a 16-year-old man to play 90 minutes in a European competition with Chelsea, your boyhood team. Amazing. In any case, like I said, boring as hell. First 25 minutes, nothing to say. I would say the first 25 were extremely boring, and actually in the second half, there was only a period where it got better later in the first half. And as a matter of fact, in the first 25 minutes, there was just 2 shots on target total. None of them really good. And Djurgården actually was able to get a nice little shot on target. Jorgensen did well today. He actually did an amazing block of an offside shot. Play that was going to be called offside anyway, but really good to see him do it. And then the 37th minute, Kiernan Conference League Dewsbury-Hall showing up again, takes a pass from Tyrique George, which wasn't like an amazing pass or anything, but he's still got all the work to do. He faces 2 defenders, opens up some space. Great shot off the post, clinical finish. Chelsea get the goal, which that one goal was going to kill the match, really. And then at halftime, we had Cucurella off. Thankfully, he needs a rest for Liverpool. We had Mayuka come in as a 9. So that meant that Sancho moves to the right-hand side. Tyrique George pulled from the 9 into the left. And Joe Walsh. And Walsh stays as a 10. And very exciting. He was creative. He took on players. He tried. He didn't look at a place. Of course, it's a lesser competition, but it's still European competition. And he seemed solid, man. I didn't see him get bullied around. I didn't see him lost on the field. A couple of plays, maybe when Sancho and him were sort of in the same space, in that half space, he looked a little bit confused as to what to do. Maybe not much confidence, but no different than certainly in Kunku. And I think that says a lot, right? And Nkunku seems to be gone. I heard the news. We're getting rid of that feller, which is good. He doesn't want to be there. I wish him good luck. He did not work out for us. I hope we get a good price or something. I read that we're trying to get Wirtz or somebody in Germany, and I think that would be a great play, because anywhere where he's going to be valued, I think in the Bundesliga more than anywhere else, really, because he's been so poor for Chelsea. But they might remember Wander Needham, and they know that in that league he's done well. So if we need anything from Germany, he might be a nice little card to play, although we paid a lot of money. So let's see how that pans out. In the second half, we improved a little bit. We had a couple of dangerous shots on target. Surprising because Chelsea had enough quality on throughout the whole match, to be honest, even with the two youngins, to do a little bit better. But I'm not complaining. We're there to do business. We did the business. We gave them their debut. Minute 70, James comes off. So does Sancho, and Antwi and Chalobah come in. Chalobah, obviously, no concerns to control, and so happy to see Antwi get some minutes. Another player for their development. And again, those are my final impressions. The youngsters came in and did well. Antwi played decently. Walsh played full 90, calm, dependable, didn't look out of place. Overall, the boring match. A little too easy. I'm not gonna, I want to tell you guys a secret. All the Chelsea, all the football creators, if you see, they make videos that last at least 12 to 15 minutes. Like it's supposedly a sweet spot for the algorithm. I don't give two poops about the algorithm. I care about providing value, and if I have something to say that lasts less than this boring ass game, like when we just watched, then it's gonna last less. This is gonna be under 10 minutes. I promise you. We're just a minute away or two from this finishing. Um, and that's all this game warrants. And I also try not to make those videos about, we heard a whisper that there's a 7-year-old child in Dagestan that we're looking to bring into Chelsea. Like I try not to. In the summer, I may do a little bit more about transfers, but those silly things and a lot of the PR that the team pushes, I'm not interested in making those videos for you. So if you appreciate that, please give us a subscribe. Again, the main thing that I like was about the young players coming in. And my favorite thing of all is after the whistle was blown, Cole Palmer made it a point. Everybody's shaking hands and everybody was kind to everybody as normal. But I saw Cole Palmer take extra care and give extra attention to the youngins, including Tyrique George got a big hug, and the biggest hug and some shared laughs with Walsh. And so Caldwell gave him a little smack on the head too. That little love of the senior players bringing them in. It's so crazy that our senior players are so young, but still bringing in those guys in and creating that camaraderie. If there's some gems in there, hopefully we don't sell them and they can come through. That's so exciting for the Chelsea fan. The Chelsea fan to see people that are academy players coming through. Those of us that are total geeks and sometimes watch the under 18s, the under 23s, under 21s, or their training sessions and stuff like that. Or we see them train in the training sessions and the behind the scenes. You can see in the Chelsea Unseen on the app. It's really exciting to see them come through. And if those of us that are like, I don't go often. I wish I can go every year to England, but when you travel there and you're able to see the youngins play, that's really exciting to see them come through, and good to see one of our stars, if not the biggest star, embracing. I'll also be making a video about Enzo Caicedo, about Moises Caicedo, my favorite player, now guaranteed to be best player. I heard he wasn't chosen as one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. That's insane. I'll look into it. That can't be the case. That would be just stupid. Um, but let's look at it. Now we have the upcoming game. So just to tell you what's coming up next, we are playing Newcastle. And let me tell you something, man. It's looking a little too crazy for my taste. We are tied on points, as you can see here. Same exact amount of points. Same exact goal difference. They have more goals against, 66 goals in favor. We have 62. So 4 less. And then, the goal leading to the same goal difference. So one has scored more. Newcastle has scored more, and we've been scored on less, which is nuts. So close. And both of us are just trailing 1 point behind City. And lame ass Arsenal, which has seen a little bit of a fail from grace, is now only 4 points away. But shockingly, or not shockingly at this stage, we have Nottingham Forest only 2 points away, and Villa only 3 points away from us. And we are playing Newcastle at the end of the season. We're playing Nottingham Forest. So much madness coming, guys. So much madness. So exciting. Watch out for those videos. I'll be making them for you soon, since this is a Chelsea focused video. As always, to you Chelsea players, thank you for doing an amazing job today, doing the business all throughout the tournament, except one night that we kind of let down, that we were let down by losing to a really crappy team at Stamford Bridge. At the end of the day, we're doing the business. Trophies are what matter. Ask any Arsenal fan that is not in denial. So hopefully, we win things. We win things on the way down and on the way up. We've won the UEFA when we've gone down, and then coming back up, conference leagues, community shields, whatever. We're winners, and we're gonna start with this one this year. We got to take this cup, just to get us on a run and back in the habit of winning. So thank you so much, Chelsea players, also Chelsea fans. Thank you so much, and as always, to all of you, come on, you Blues.